Let me start off this video by saying that I have not seen the original 1922 silent film Nosferatu, but I did see this one, and this movie is fantastic. Let's talk about this masterpiece of a film from director Robert Eggers. Thank you so much for checking out the video. Before we get started, click on the red subscribe button and the notification bell. That way you know whenever I post new content. You can also follow me over on X, Hometown0YT. You can also follow me on Rumble, same username. You can also follow me over on Instagram at RealHometown0. Okay, so director Robert Eggers knows what he wants. When he sits down to make a film, he has a very clear, thought in his head of what he wants the movie to look like. And ultimately, that is what you see on screen. You can tell this in every single frame of this movie. It's one of the most beautifully shot, the color correction, the cinematography, the camera work, everything here is just top-notch and world-class and reeks of style. But all of that is never at the expense of the things that really matter about a movie, right? You can make a beautiful looking movie that has terrible acting and terrible directing and all that stuff. But this movie is tremendous. This is, I texted a buddy of mine as soon as I finished watching this, who was like, you have to watch this movie immediately, and he was right. I think this feels like the definitive Dracula movie. Now, for those who don't know, you have the original 1922 film, which is also considered a classic. It was unauthorized. Originally, I think a court ordered that all prints of the film were to be destroyed, and yet the movie persisted, and we still have a copy of it. So it's considered now to be a masterpiece of its era, and this movie is tremendous. Nicholas Hoult plays Thomas, he works for a law firm, and he basically goes to this, he's summoned to this castle in Transylvania to help this count purchase a home in Germany for his retirement. And there's some stylistic choices here that are really interesting. This version of the Nosferatu creature doesn't look or resemble at all the original Max Schreck version from the original Nosferatu. And I think that's kind of a cool choice. The promotional materials don't show what he looks like whatsoever, and I think that's really cool. So when you do see him for the first time, you immediately realize, okay, cool, they're going in a different direction. And for this movie, it works. And I was blown away by how just great everything about this movie was. So he goes to find the count, and on the way his horse gets stolen, and there's gypsies, and then Orlok is this plague vampire. So instead of infecting people with vampirism, he infects them with the plague, which they then just die from. And so all these people are trying to figure out how to destroy him and break this curse that he has on Ellen, who is played by Lily Rose Depp, and she's great. She's tremendous. She's Johnny Depp's daughter, so she has that clear and obvious resemblance to him. A lot of similar mannerisms and tics as well, which I think is cool. Bill Skarsgård as Nosferatu, as Count Orlok, is unrecognizable. The voice, the look, the makeup is awesome. You really can't tell that it's him whatsoever in this. And I tried. And it's great. Yeah, so Nicholas Hoult's great as Thomas. Lily Rose Depp is great. Willem Dafoe is in this movie. And he's great as well. Everything about this is tremendous. So big kudos to Robert Eggers. This movie is as frightening as it needs to be. It's as beautiful as it needs to be. Aaron Taylor Johnson, who I think can be kind of up and down as an actor. He was in one of the very worst movies of 2024 with Craven the Hunter. He's also in one of the best movies, which is this film. So if you like horror movies, I think if you like movies in general, Nosferatu is awesome. You should check it out. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, found it helpful, please consider subscribing. You can also, again, like and share the video. That tells the powers that be that it's worth promoting. And please consider following the channel. I am trying to grow it to 500 subs so I can eventually monetize it. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next Wednesday at 9 a.m.